to another episode of Sleeping Giants, Red Star Belgrade. Now, we had a massive fucking transfer budget. Oh, and guys, as always, if you are enjoying the series, please do leave a like. Now, yeah, we had a massive transfer budget of 34 million. Obviously, I had to knock some of that down to put it on wages, and we've had a very interesting transfer market. I've done kind of what I usually do, in the sense that I go out and I sign some players for the future. Now, but we're getting to the sort of stage where I need something now, and I went out and I said, right, let's go and find a player. Kind of like what I did with Pompey, you know, where I thought, right, instead of playing players for the future, let's go and get someone that's quality. Kind of like what I did with Mamute when we signed him for Portsmouth. So, I've tried to do that here. Now, we've also had some outs, and I'm pretty pleased with the players that we've actually expelled from the club, and I'll explain why when we get there. Although I do still feel that I need to do a little bit more business, and again, I will explain why in a sec. So let's get to the transfers now. Again, there's lots of offers coming in. Now, we've actually only signed 2 players that have come in now. Now, you might think, well, that's a little bit... Yeah, okay. But it was actually been quite difficult to spend this money. It really has been very, very difficult to spend this cash. So, firstly, Joaquin Parra's come in. Now, you obviously knew about him before because he was one of the players we were looking at from an earlier. But I just don't think that represents his stats right now. I just really don't. His stats are so much better than that. And Stankovic has got really good judging potential, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. So yeah, he's coming, but the one I'm most excited about is Alex. He's £9 million, and he's coming from Fluminense. But this lad, like, ignore the fact that it says 2 stars here, because that is total bollocks. Look at this. How can this be a 2-star player? Look at his stats. He's a playmaker, and that's what we need, a little bit more creativity. Yes, he's on huge wages. We kind of had to on this one. He's a Brazilian international. Look at the mentals on this guy. His physicals are pretty solid too, in terms of his stamina, his strength as a kind of midfield playmaker. He's got great passing. His vision is solid. Technique is phenomenal. First touch, free kicks, dribbling, crossing. Finishing isn't perfect, but composure, determination, flair, off the ball. He's the ultimate sort of midfield general. And, you know, even his tackling's not wonderful, which is why we certainly won't be playing him as a ball-winning midfielder. He's going to be playing that deep-line playmaker role. But, that being said, if needs be, we could still potentially play him as an inside forward as well, out on the right. He's got, especially with Gajic joining Barcelona, you know, we needed someone, and I feel that this is I cannot believe that it's useful player, apparently. He's useful. I think he's a bit more than that. I think he's the bee's knees. I'm massively happy with him, and I can't see why like, when I saw him scouted, like, he was quite far down the list, because generally I sort it by sort of current and potential ability, and when I actually went on to him, I thought, how is this guy ranked so low? But there you go. I think we might have picked up a gem there, because I guess maybe because of these sort of things, that's why we were able to get him for 9 million, I suppose, but still really, really odd. Point is, we've got him. He's ours. Now, players going out, of course, I have got rid of a few that just weren't going to play. So Nisic has gone to Radnički for 425k. Obviously, loads of loans. Lots of players have left as well. Well, actually, not that many have left. Verbny actually did really well at FK India last season. He scored a shitload of goals, so I've just thought, why not get him out on loan again? Bukovic has gone out on loan. Lamas, Arsic, Fontes, Vojevic, Leuton, although he's 23 and he probably isn't going to make it here, has gone out on loan again. Vruchina, Jarabec has gone out on loan. Marko Perisic has gone out to Napredak, and they're actually paying us 10k a month for the privilege, so fair enough. Renaud's gone out on loan. Pavic, Dimitrovic, Yobu, Krupa. I've got rid of Krupa, not got rid, because I want to try and get Martin Scala in the team a little bit more. He's always getting bids from Liverpool and Chelsea, and so I want to try and get him into our first team, because there's obviously a reason why. Albakidze has gone out on loan as well. Now, players that have left permanently. Lucas Eckel has joined Metalist Kharkiv. It says 7.25. It's actually 11, like rising to 11. Mainly because I tried to give him a new contract in the summer because he had 1 year left. He wasn't having any of it. So I decided to not make the same mistake I did with Luka Jovic in thinking that I can, convince him to stay if he's not going to. So I decided to cash in now. We've got 7.5 there. It's like 7 up front and like 4 million more when he scores 10 league goals or something like that. Now, the other one you'll notice there is Leandro Fernandez, who I'm pretty certain cost us, like, minimal money, like £4 million, I think he cost us. 4 million, yeah, from Independiente. Now, the reason he's gone is, again, the same reason, basically, because he would not sign a new contract. And it's a shame, because he's provided decent backup to Adamenko and Ashraf, and that's where I'm going to need to go out and find another player now. I need to find us a left and right back, but possibly one that can play both really well. That's what I'm going to go and look for now. But yeah, there you go. So £4 million in, and 18 million up front to Milan, plus another 7 in sort of instalments. So £25 million. I think we've done well out of that deal. Yeah, I can see that he's obviously going to be a good player then by that. But with that being said, we've made like 20 million in profit on him, so I'm not going to knock it. And that's why our transfer budget is still 30 million. So I might go out and buy some more quality. We'll have to see what we can do. And Matovic has joined Toulouse. Now, that doesn't mean I haven't signed others. I've just not been able to bring them directly in. We have obviously got Rogerio, which you guys already know about. Now, 2 more that I've brought in. Spent a little bit of money on these guys. One who I believe is a sort of like Nico Kasper's type of player, and not in the role that he plays, but just that we've managed to get him from a German side. We've got him from Greuther Fürth, and he's only 14, which means he can't join us just yet. But look at that flair, 20 flair at 14 years old. Damn, that kid's going to be wearing like John Travolta Saturday Night Fever style trousers. That's how much flair he has. But there you go. Potential ability looks solid. He's got very good stats for a 14-year-old, I have to say. And he's got himself a nice emo fringe. And you know we love a good emo fringe? Emo fringe. 18 natural fitness as well at 14. Some pretty outstanding stats, I've got to say. So I look forward to him maybe coming through. I don't know. 14, he's going to be a little while. Can't join us for another 2 seasons until he's 16. So, you know, you never know. But I think he looks solid. Now, the one I'm more excited about is this guy. Firstly, because he's called Vladimir and he's Brazilian and has that as a haircut. I mean, that's sort of like 80s era Jerry Francis type of haircut. And I guess that's good that he's trying to bring that kind of... He's bringing mullets back. But not only a mullet, but a sort of mullet with a little bit of flair on the front. What's his flair stat? Only 14. But my point is, again, he's 16 years old. Again, because he's Brazilian, he can't join us till he's 18. Potential, but I just don't think that that's a fair... You know, he's not great in the air at all. But he's a sort of, again, midfield quality. Look at that. First touch, 16. Passing, 16. Technique, 16. Determination, 18. Work rate, 17. At 16 years old, for me... I think we've picked ourselves up, well, not yet, but we will pick ourselves up another gem. I know there's a few Brazilians in here, but I just think sometimes you have to go and expand your horizons, because at the moment we just weren't able to find the kind of same quality that we were getting before. It just seems to, we might have got lucky with some of those players. 1 jumping reach, that's quite funny. Leadership's poor, but, you know, that's not really his type of role. I'm pretty composure could do with being a little bit higher, but again, we can still bring that up, I'm sure. So yeah, those are the players that we brought in. Those guys won't be joining us for a little while, as you could probably tell. He won't be joining us for 2 years. Oh, I should be joining us in 1 year, so that's not too bad. And Rogerio, I don't know whether he's... Yeah, will be joining us in January, in fact, so with his amazing haircut, which still looks like the top of a pineapple. I'm not going to lie. I like him a lot. So he's going to be joining us too, and I think he's already got very solid stats. So anyway, that's enough about those. The plan, of course, again, is to just blitz. We need to try and win. Well, I mean, we obviously have to try and win our group this season. It's imperative that we do that. That is so important. If we can win our group, I feel there's a real chance this season. And what I'm also going to do this year is that once we, or if, I'm still being confident here, we go out of the Champions League, I'm going to bundle every single game we play after that in the league into 1 episode. That way you guys don't have any kind of filler. Because I really do want to compact this series so we get lots of action all the time. Because I don't want it to get boring for you. I know it could get a bit repetitive. I don't see it as repetitive, because obviously you're always going to get that when you're playing in the Champions League. You're not going to win it every season, and you're not going to win it immediately. It's all about progress. So I don't see that as repetitive, but I know that the league games can get a bit tedious. Believe me, I'm the one that has to play them. They can get very tedious, which is why I'm glad for that only commentary setting I've been using. So let's get into this. Let's do this. Spartak Zlatibor. Let's give this one a crack. It's the... Well, we don't really have much to show you in terms of the squad, because nothing's obviously happened apart from, you know, apart from friendlies. And as you can see, we've done quite well. Beating teams like Atalanta and Granada has been fun. At least proving ourselves at that sort of level. I'm really curious to see how Alex does on his debut, I've got to be honest. I'm trying to think if I've forgotten anything. Nope. Oh, I'm also going to do a Where Are They Now? In fact, I don't know if I can... No, I can't do this here, but I will do it in the next episode, I promise, because someone did say that they wanted to see that. So I promise I will be doing that too. Let's get into the match preview. I couldn't really care less about what tactic they're playing. We've played them 26 times, and I think they've got a draw off of us once or twice. I wonder if our... I'm pretty sure that Slavica Jukanovic used to be my assistant here. Oh, no, he wasn't. Okay, I thought he might have been, because if you recall, our assistant actually left to take the job at... Wow, he was actually manager of Spartak at one point. Yeah, he actually... our assistant actually left to take the job at Spartak quite a few years ago. Obviously longer than that, it would seem. So they've got some injuries as well, so hopefully... Wow. Conditions not great because of the friendlies, which my assistant scheduled against my... And I couldn't cancel it, which was annoying. So let's just do a little switcheroo here. Actually, it's not too bad. That being said, I am going... no, I'm going to give him a... I know I shouldn't, but I really want to just try him out here instead of Nico Kasper's. I really do not understand how that could be the case. What's Nico Kasper's stats like? solid, but I just think that Alex has some... Oh, wow, actually, he's got some really good ones, doesn't he? I don't know, I like Alex, and I'm going to give him a tryout today. So we're going to go Toshka, Burez, Maman, Ulia, Tufedzic, and someone asked me about how I feel about sort of, you know, Savicevic sort of slowly being faded out of the team, and I actually think that that's happening now because of the sheer brilliance of Ales Ulia. He's just come out of nowhere and dominated that part of the team, so yeah, fair enough. Oh, 2 squad numbers. Alright, we've got a couple of youngsters on the bench. Not everyone's fully ready for the season just yet. Let me just make sure I've got everything set up here. Yep. And we are good to go. I expect that we'll have our usual dominating cup final, you know. I can't remember the last time that we've won a couple of these by massive scorelines. I'd like to see if we do the same today. One little change I have made to our tactic, though, you'll be interested, is I put the deep lane playmaker on support rather than on... rather than on defend, because Alex is more of a creative player, so I wanted to make sure that he could still be further forward, and I might even flip it and maybe have an attacking playmaker. I don't know, or not an attacking playmaker, or an advanced playmaker. Where's my goalkeeper? Is he still on international duty? I think he is. That's disappointing. Oh well, we're gonna have to make do with Lukic in goal. Hopefully he won't make any horrible decisions, but only time will tell. Bazan Vera, it's great to see that Bazan Vera stuck with us for as long as he has, really, considering he is an Argentinian international. Alex with the corner. Something else to note is that Alex, well played, is better at corners than everyone else and free kicks, so I expect to see him scoring plenty of set pieces for us. Burez does well. Tufedzic, to have a pop maybe? No, not quite. Not quite, but that was good from Alex. He took a short one. Apparently short corners are quite good to play on this game too. Oh, look at that for football. Ulia there, wonderful play. Maman. I think we've found ourselves the perfect pair of wingers. We really have. Burez. Alex. I'm liking him already. He seems to get the ball out of his feet very quickly. Ball across and Toshka's there. I really do like him already. He doesn't seem to waste much time on the ball. He's always got a pass in mind. Wow, they've changed their tactic very quickly. He does always seem to have a pass in mind and plays it very quickly. Burez now. Toshka's away, and Toshka's not slow. Burez is making up good ground to get in the box with him. He's lost the ball. But Ashraf, and actually no, didn't get there. But we've got support from Adamenko on the right. Adamenko and Ashraf, genuinely, I think will be, when we eventually do win the Champions League, will be our fullback partnership. Toshka's in there. Terrible defending in the end there from Zlatak? I need to call them Zlatak Patibor. Spartak's Latibor there. Shocker. But Toshka's in, and that's good to see. He's got off the score sheet nice and early. I just want a good season out of him. I feel though injuries did hamper him slightly, but I just feel like we need that sort of 30-goal season in the league out of him, and where he's... I mean, he's still stepped up for us in Europe, I guess, but we really do need an absolute worldy season out of him, because I just don't think we're going to get ourselves a better striker than him at the moment. You know, particularly with the likes of Eckel moving on, I just didn't think he was... plus he was causing trouble, and I don't like troublemakers. They're just a pain in the ass. Burez has done a great job there. Ball across to Toshka, and a good save again. We look really quite sprightly. I don't know whether that slight change of tactic of pushing the defensive deep line playmaker slightly further forward is enabling him to get on the ball a little bit more, and giving him less defensive duties, particularly in the league, might be a smart decision, because in the league he's barely going to have to do any defending, so we may as well push him a little bit further forward and allow him more time on the ball. I might even push him up as an advanced playmaker in the league. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe like a slight variation on this tactic I could use to test that theory out. Adamenko running in field there to Tufedzic. He's got a man over. Toshka's through here. Can he finish? Yes. Oh, no, he can't. And it's an offside anyway. We've started incredibly well. Alex with the free kick. Kone with a big header. There we go. Alex will get his first competitive assist for the club, and I think that will be the first of many. I'm hoping that he's going to be sort of like the Red Star version of Santos, and I feel that the price tag of £9 million, yeah, it's a record signing for us, fair enough, but I don't know, I feel like it's worth it for what he's actually going to give us. Also, look at the possession stats for the first 25 minutes of this match. That's crazy. But we do have the lead, and look at the amount of shots we've created. I'm liking this so far. 2 goals to the good. Everything is just coming up rosy. Kone, Ashraf. I'm just looking for little ways we can tweak the tactics to make it even more effective. Like, we've had several years now of me not touching things, and I'm thinking, well, maybe we could make the current tactics even more effective. Burez now. Is there a little bit of space? Goes for Toshka. Toshka's touch, and Toshka should have finished that. No, make no mistake about that. That should have been a goal. He needs to be doing better in those sort of areas with the stats that he's got. But, you know, we'll let him off the hook. Wow, look at that first half stats. 22 shots. Now, I'm going to do a little experiment in the second half, just to try something out. I'm going to turn Alex into an advanced playmaker, just to see how he fares. We're going to just switch him to an advanced playmaker. Still on support, but I just want to see if that's going to enable him to get even more influence on the match. And if it does, I might start I might switch the role and make it an advanced playmaker, but we might have to switch the other role from the centre mid to maybe something else. I've got a book on, not a book, like a PDF file about good midfield pairings. I might have to consult that and see what we could maybe pair with an advanced playmaker, a sort of central support role. We'll have to have a look. Ulier. That's poor, but Ashraf's won it. Burez brings it down. Will he shoot? To Fedzic off the bar, and it's cleared away. Really not sure how we're only 2-0 up, but I guess that's kind of the story of the way last season finished, where we dominate teams, as you can see, but just struggle to get as many goals as we were getting before, which is odd. Right, let's make a first change of the day. I'm going to bring on Kofi for Fedzic. I know Alex is not fully fit, but I do just want to keep him out there just for now. Wow, we are not looking good in terms of what we've actually got available. Going to bring off Bazanvira as well. I'll probably bring on Sadibi a little bit later as well, just to try and keep things moving on that sense. 2-0 is a little disappointing considering they've not even had a shot yet. They've clearly set up to avoid having anything. Now they've got an injury as well. That's not good for them. We seem pretty comfortable to just sit. We've not had a shot in ages. Oh, they've had a couple now. We're going to bring Sadibi on. Going to use him as a bit of a battering ram. Just see what you can come up with. We've not been overly effective with that, and I think that might be because of potentially the other role I've got, so I might have to consult my book about that, and we'll try some stuff out in some of the league games, but certainly not in Europe. I might make another version of this tactic with some slight changes. Kofi, around the corner for Ulier, he's through. Oh, and he should have done better there. That really was a glorious opportunity for him to make it 3-0, and again, I don't know, I just feel like we should be doing better. Alex with the free kick, and it's over the bar there from him, but a 2-0 win in the Super Cup final is fine by me. We've won, that's all that really matters. Alex has got himself an assist and actually won player of the match. And you can't really ask for much more than that from him, and I'll take it. So, let's just have a little look. Let's see what we got. Obviously in the next episode we'll be doing our first Champions League game, but we'll have the draw in before that as well. So guys, wow. If you like what you're seeing, please do drop a like on the video, and if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Red Star and Outcaster icons in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the draw and our first Champions League group stage game. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.